Have you ever been scared that a ghost might be lurking around in some dark corner of the world, watching your every move? We all have our own stories about ghosts and their existence in different parts of the globe. But do you know which are considered to be the most dangerous ghosts known to mankind? In this video, we'll take a look at 10 of the most notorious spirits who are reported to haunt various places worldwide, from haunted castles and towers to abandoned buildings. Let us look at these 10 dangerous ghosts the world has known. At number 10, we have the ghost of Anna Bolan, which is said to haunt the Tower of London, where she was infamously executed in 1536. Anna was the second wife of King Henry VIII, and she was accused of treason and adultery. The ghost has been seen in multiple places around London. Her famous distinctive neckline, caused by her beheading, is perhaps the most identifiable aspect of her phantom visits. If you spot someone with a missing headpiece frighteningly strolling about your city streets, you may have spotted Anna. Tales have been related throughout history from astonished witnesses who encountered her dramatic figure that is said to haunt Westminster Abbey and Hampton Court Palace. The exact nature of her presence remains elusive, but it's safe to say she definitely appears to be making an impression. Next, on number 9, we have the Bell Witch. When discussing hauntings, it's hard to look past the haunting of the Bell Witch in Adams, Tennessee. The Bell Witch is one of the most famous ghosts in American history. The story goes that the witch, who was actually a woman named Kate Batts, cursed the Bell family after they refused to give her some of their land. The curse resulted in the death of John Bell Sr., and the family was plagued by strange occurrences for years afterwards. Witnesses reported hearing chains clanking, doors slamming suddenly, furniture moving on its own accord, disembodied laughter, and wails in the night. It's no wonder why the Bell Witch haunting has become a legend that is still talked about centuries later. On the 8th spot, we have the Flying Dutchman. Legends of the Flying Dutchman have been told for centuries and has become one of the most enduring tales in popular culture. This cursed 17th-century merchant vessel is said to haunt the immense high seas, often spotted as a misty image or mysterious light that brings bad luck and impending doom. Legend tells that anyone who catches sight of this phantom ship will be cursed with a dreadful misfortune that can only be reversed by offering some kind of supernatural payment. Attempts to board the Flying Dutchman have thus far been unsuccessful. The folklore follows an ill-fated story originated when its captain, Van der Decken, rashly defied God during a violent storm, instead taking safe harbor near the Cape of Good Hope. His audacity was immediately punished with eternal misery at sea. Stories tell that this ghost ship can still be seen on occasion even today, such as off South Africa's coast back in 1923. On number 7, we have the Black Dog of Bonga. On a fateful day in 1577, an unexpected visitor stirred up trouble at 2 churches. With the force of thunderous booms and ominous black fur, a dog believed to be from Devil himself burst through St. Mary's Church doors, sending worshippers into panic. It maimed several more people on its journey to Blithburg Church before vanishing without trace. Mysterious scorch marks remain as physical reminders of his terrifying tale even today, ominously referred to by locals as the Devil's Fingerprints. Legends tell that it still lurks in the shadows of Suffolk coast and is said to emit an eerie howl and walks with soundless steps. His presence can also be felt further embodied through enterprises such as Black Dog's Running Club, bungee marathons, and even a local football club, all named after him, giving us modern folk something otherworldly to wonder about. On 6th, we have the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. The story of the Brown Lady, a mysterious spectre said to haunt Raynham Hall in Norfolk, England, is one that has intrigued people for centuries. Said to wear an old-fashioned brown brocade gown as she drifts up and down stairs like a phantasmic vision, her alleged photograph appearing in Country Life magazine only fueled speculation about who this ghostly figure was. Local legend suggests it could be none other than Lady Dorothy Walpole, sister of Britain's first Prime Minister Robert Walpole and punished by her husband Lord Wharton for having had an extramarital affair. She was cruelly locked away until death claimed her life in a chamber in Raynham Hall. On fifth we have the Vanishing Hitchhiker. The tale of the Vanishing Hitchhiker has become a chilling legend, as countless people have claimed to encounter the ghost and bore witness to her sudden disappearance. The spectral figure stands along darkened roads, asking for assistance from passing drivers before quickly vanishing into thin air. Different versions of her origin vary across stories, with some saying that she perished in a horrifying car crash and others believing she was lost at sea in a shipwreck many years ago. Most passerbys experience fear and confusion instead of comfort when they cross paths with the mysterious spirit, but despite the negative emotions, some have reported feeling a sense of solace regardless. As time passes and more curious minds attempt to unravel the mystery behind her story, one thing remains certain: the ghost of the Vanishing Hitchhiker will continue to haunt travelers for generations to come. Next on fourth we have Bloody Mary. Legend says that if you dare utter the name of Bloody Mary 3 times in a dark bathroom, this female ghost will appear. Said to be an apparition of a mother who cruelly killed her own children long ago, it's no wonder schoolchildren flock together for their first glimpse at something spooky. Teenagers often dabble in this daring game of summoning Bloody Mary. While it can be an adrenaline-filled way to conquer personal fears, for some it's also about achieving higher status among peers or coping with mysterious supernatural forces. Some will bravely stare into their dark reflection and chant her name until she appears, or not even make it past Bloody Mary twice. Plenty of students have thrilling tales to share, while others still cower away from just hearing its terrifying title uttered aloud. On number 3 we have the Churel. Mysterious and wrathful, the Churel is a legendary creature of South Asia and Southeast Asia folklore, said to be an unpurified living being returning from beyond. These vengeful tree spirits often seek retribution against those who wrong them in life, especially malicious husbands or other male family members. They are terrible creatures by day with their twisted features and foul smell, and at night they transform into unearthly beauties shrouded beneath veils that enchant unsuspecting victims before dragging them away forevermore. Ancient folk wisdom has long held that churels who died an unjust death can return to haunt the living. To ward off such apparitions, rituals both preventative and posthumous have been passed down over generations and are a fitting tribute for anyone so cruelly taken from this world before their time. But will these magic charms be enough? Only time will tell. Second spot is taken by the Coochi Sakana. It is folkloric spirit of vengeance whose name translates directly to slit-mouthed woman. It is said that in life she was treated cruelly by her husband for acts of unfaithfulness and thus condemned to an eternity with a grotesquely divided face hidden behind surgical masks. She stalks unsuspecting victims on dark nights with lethal weapons such as scissors at hand, questioning them before delivering dire punishment. Confronted with the Coochi Sakana, you're left at a deadly crossroads. With her surgical mask on and razor-sharp teeth exposed, she poses one fateful question: am I beautiful? Answering no will end in instantaneous death. Say yes to reveal an even more ghoulish sight: your own fate, resulting from a permanent smile of bloodthirsty revenge as she brutally slices up your mouth just like hers. Dare answer either way and doom awaits. There's no escaping this grisly encounter. At the top we have the Headless Horseman. The haunted spirit of the Headless Horseman is a spooky figure that will forever haunt the minds of many. Although his identity remains an unsolved mystery, stories are told of this spectral rider galloping through the night on his reckless steed with no other purpose than to cause fear and terror. Some believe it to be the ghost of a Hessian soldier who was killed during the Revolutionary War. It is said that he randomly preyed upon those who strayed their paths too far from home, like a vengeful ghost seeking revenge for some unknown offense. The eerie sight of his approach sent chills down the spine of even the bravest souls. Those who never recovered from their encounters with him continue to pass on the legend in hopes of deterring others from ever incurring such a fate. And there we have the top 10 scariest ghosts in the world. Of course, whether you believe in ghosts or not is completely up to you, but it's always fun to read about them and maybe even do a little research of your own into the local ghost stories where you live. Who knows, you may even find one that tops this list. Did any of these stories shock or surprise you? Do you know of any other terrifying ghost stories that didn't make the list? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching everyone, and please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the video. I upload new videos every week. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Thanks for your support.